It's Real Fit Radio with B
and J.LOU.
If this is your first time listening, welcome. And if you're a returning listener, welcome back.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You have to learn the difference between someone disrespecting you versus you feeling disrespected. Emotional ears hear from a place of offense. Sometimes it's not what they said, it's what you are triggered by. And unless you know your triggers, you will see everything as an attack. That was something I saw on Instagram. Somebody posted it. I thought that was pretty interesting. Knowing the difference between a trigger and an offense, huh?
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it that can trigger a negative response. It may not even necessarily be something you said, it's how you said it to me. Thus, the issue begins.
Yeah, you can look at it both ways. Sometimes you can say something exactly how it needed to be conveyed and it can trigger some people. And then also I do believe, it is how you say it. If you come in with a condescending tone or aggressive or anything of that nature, you definitely can piss somebody off. So I agree.
Well, guys, we're back and better, here to give you a transparent conversation, a peek into our minds, ready to get right into the meat and potatoes of this podcast. So without further ado, we are talking about, should makeup enhance or change your appearance? There are a lot of things that I believe were created to enhance, but it's changing the appearance, like girdles. I saw a man girdle. Were you with us when we saw the man girdles?
Dude put that shirt on or whatever that was and his gut instantly went away.
Yeah. See, now it's just a whole catfish thing going on.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. You might trigger some people with this topic.
I'm not triggering anybody. I just think sometimes, like, I see people, they contour your nose. If that's not the shape of your nose, what happens when you take that off? I'm looking at a whole different person. I just feel like you don't use stuff to change your whole appearance, and that's not really what you look like. When you take that off, I'm looking at a whole different person now. This is not who I met at the coffee shop or who I saw in the store, who I was initially attracted to. The person is probably like, it is me. It's like, no, it's not you. You contoured your nose and it's like this. It changes the whole dynamic of your face. The makeup, girdles, you guys can get mad at me, women, those Spanx, I'm not for it. I get it. You put something on and it
make your booty pop.
It creates the whole, smooths everything out. But, I just want to know what I'm getting. If I were a man, and not even just with men, I think that women, when they look at a man, they start tripping out if a man was putting on makeup and changing the shape of his nose or painting in his abs, or had a whole body girdle on. And when you guys got in the room, you took yours off and he was like, ooh, I'm glad you did that because I wanted to take mine off too. I think her whole mouth would drop. Like, you can't do that. It would be looked at differently if men did it. It's just like, we can do it, but you can't. Now, I don't think that's cool. It's nothing wrong. I'm not against, makeup. I like mascara. I like a little gloss. I like lipstick. To each his own. But when you start altering the way that you really look, you catfishing. You're showing somebody something that really doesn't exist. Makeup should be used to enhance, not change your appearance. Unless it's something for, movies and things like that.
Well, first, let me attack the makeup point. I definitely agree with you regarding makeup enhancing your looks. I'm all for it as well, because I understand that the way I see makeup or the way I think it should be, it's like a dude getting a haircut. Women can see a dude and he may look like a Bernstein Bear. All this fucking facial hair, he just look unruly. But you may look at his face and be like, man, I know if he shaved that shit down, he gonna look good. And that would be equivalent to somebody putting on makeup where it's, like you said, it's not changing the way they look entirely. If you have a bell pepper nose, that's just what the hell you got. You just have a bell pepper nose. There's nothing wrong with that. It's gonna be somebody in the world that loves your nose just the way it is, and the makeup that you're putting on, it's just to enhance the features that you already have, not altering shit. That's not cool. Oh. Because somebody may not like what your nose look like after you take all the makeup off. It just is what it is. But yeah, I like to take that makeup is like a guy having a haircut and trimming his beard. That's how I look at it. It shouldn't alter your appearance. Absolutely. I'm definitely not with the whole man putting on a shirt and his fucking stomach looking flat because you can fool women. It's women out there that's like, I like me a muscular man that has some meat on his bones too. And you walking around, yeah, you got meat on your bones, but you really have this keg on your belly. But you fooling women with putting these tight ass compression shirts on, hiding what you really have there. So that's not cool either. So me, I'm against anything that changes you aesthetically. That's not really you. You can adjust your stomach through working out and stuff like that, but throwing a compression shirt on to hide your belly fat, that's some bullshit. That ain't cool at all.
And now a quick moment from our sponsor, Journey of a Legend.
You. Yeah, you. What's your passion? Purpose. Every day you try, you succeed. The time is now. Journey of a Legend. It starts with you.
If you want to learn more or purchase merchandise, go to www.journeyofalegend.com.
Forest hair, I ain't never been the one to really trip on no woman wearing a wig or sew-ins or anything like that. Man, I'm from the H. I thought I knew when women were wearing weaves. I'm gonna keep it a book. Most times when I saw weaves back home, they look fucked up. So when I came to Cali and we still actually do that sometimes, where you'd be like, is that her hair or is that a weave or a sew-in? And it's like, that's a sew-in. And you're like, oh, you getting good. I never really seen weaves blended well, and maybe I have and didn't know it, and my eye test was bad back in the gap, but I'm on my shit now. I can actually be like, no, I don't think that's all hers, but I'm definitely okay with it. And yes, I believe that hair is an accessory, because at the end of the day, if I'm attracted to your face, I don't care really what you do with your hair in terms of like throwing wigs on and stuff like that. It just gives you a different look. Again, going back to a male, he may wear bald head or taper fade. He might get braids or the man bun, or he might try different looks with his beard. So who am I to be like, man, I don't mess with no woman who wear weave, or if her kitchen ain't right or whatever. Look, man, long as you keeping yourself up in that regard, I don't really care about whether it's yours or not. It's yours when you put it on. That's how I feel if I rent a car. It's mine because I'm driving it right now. How about that shit? So that's how I feel about changing hairstyles. I'm not one of those guys that look at it like it ain't yours, so you catfish me. That's not a catfish.
They have whole lace fronts for men now.
Oh, spray-ins.
Not the spray-ins. Not the spray-ins. They're gluing whole pieces. I don't know, with the men with the weaves or the wigs. That's just, I think because I've seen it only with women. It just kind of throws me seeing a man sitting through that.
A man got a moon roof.
Yeah, no, that he's sitting there.
Braids.
He's sitting there going through that. They dyed the unit, then they glued it onto his head, and they cut it down. And I'm like, whoa, that was a lot for a man to get done. I
wonder how much they paid to get that done.
I don't know. I think that I've been conditioned not to see men that way. So, I think of women that accessorize with their hair or wear makeup and stuff. When I see a man saying he's going to get a haircut, and
you gotta guess if it's his hair or not.
Yeah, yeah. And but all honesty, if I met you and I love you and stuff, and you told me I got a whole unit on my head and you took it off, I'll probably be like, dang, that's crazy. But I wouldn't leave you.
That's not a deal breaker. Moon roof.
No, because first I mean, I might be like, it don't look, maybe it doesn't look bad. Hair is different to me than the makeup, because I've seen people before and I didn't even know it was them without makeup. Like, dang, this person looks familiar to me. That's a telltale sign that you are not enhancing it. You're a whole different person.
Yeah.
If you see people or people see you without makeup and they're like, I didn't even know that was you, red flag. Like, that would throw me, that somebody really looked at me and didn't know it was me because I didn't have on makeup. That's how I would know for sure I was doing way too much. How did they not know it was me? Like, I put on lipstick and stuff, but damn, is my nose different? Are my eyes different?
Well, I never really had no problems in that department because most of the women I dated, and look who I married, most of y'all don't really do all that. You might throw some lip gloss on and touch up your eyelashes, throw some lipstick on, and it's a wrap. You do your hair. That's it. I don't know. Maybe I attracted a lot of tomboys. Like, y'all kind of rough. What I mean by rough is y'all are active like sports. You didn't play sports, but you still like to get out there and get dirty. Like, you go out there and you be in the yard. You do certain shit. So it's like, what they call you, Pippi Longstockings? Yeah, so you kind of like that. But when you get dolled up, it's like, all right, I'm going to throw my fit on. I'm going to look good in what I wear. Throw my lip gloss on with some lipstick. That's a nice color or contrast to what I have on. I'm going to do my hair and I'm going to step out. That's pretty much it. And that's what I always got attracted to. I never really got attracted to the people who had to put on a whole bunch of makeup. And that's no disrespect to y'all, no dig. I mean, if that's what you do, and if I was attracted to you and I saw that, I had no idea that you had that much makeup on. I just thought that was your face and I was being naive or ignorant to the fact. But
or when it gets all over your clothes.
It's like, I want to hug you, but you like, ooh, watch my face because I don't want to get a stain on your shirt.
I've been a recipient of that from a hug. Later on, you taking your clothes off and see foundation all on your shirt. As you said, this is not to bash anybody. It's about preference. I think that these things were made to enhance, not change the appearance. It just creates a false narrative. And I think at some point a conversation may be had or somebody's feelings may be hurt. Like, this is not even what you look like. And I think that falls right into another topic we could have, and we're not going to do it now. Plastic surgery. I really believe the filters, you play with them, you change your nose, the shape of your eyes, the lashes and all that. Yeah, and then you put them on there and you get all these likes and it's like, that really looks good on me. I should get that permanently. And now, you're looking for the doctor or you found them and you're setting an appointment to get your jawline chiseled or to have the cheekbones where they sit up higher or your nose. Just, I wish we could have fine print when you seeing somebody. You walking up to them and it's like how you see those clouds in the cartoons where you can see the conversations. There should be like a bubble that's got all our fine print. Like this is not really what it is.
But I will say men's makeup is really the rented cars and the money phones, the money that don't belong to them. That's our makeup. Because you got to remember, we had this discussion before where I said that women wasn't taught to really put much stock into looks. It was more stock in the finances. So you may see the dude with the money phone to his ear or standing in front of the Rolls Royce, but he at the dealership, but he cropped out the dealership. So that would be the catfish for women in terms of makeup. Yeah, dudes are running around with the units, the spray ends, because they receding hairline, etc. Even the compression shirts. But overall, if that man money is right, a woman ain't gonna give a shit about his stomach rolling over his pants like that. To a degree. There are some that's like, bullshit, I ain't in that category. So I respect that too. But a great majority of them running around, they're not concerned about that. It's like, oh, his pocket's fat though, right with his belly. I'm okay with that.
To enhance or change? That is the question. It's all about preference. We're just having an open conversation about our thought, not fact. It's just opinion on how we feel, what our preferences are. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or suggested topics, or you want to keep this conversation going, you can send us an email at realfitradio@gmail.com. Our podcast drops every Monday. You can catch a snippet to one of our latest podcasts on our Instagram at realfitradio. If you're not following us, you definitely should be. As always, we hope this inspired, impacted, or empowered someone. Until next time.